Have you ever had a s'more? If so, I can almost guarantee that it was around a campfire of some kind. That's because this beloved dessert sandwich, made of graham crackers, chocolate, and a marshmallow, requires that the marshmallow be roasted. And for that to happen, it is more often not done over a bonfire, campfire, etc. Some sort of outdoor fire. So I was intrigued when I saw this thing at my local thrift store. It is an indoor s'more maker, and today we're going to find out if this thing works and if it really can replace an outdoor s'more experience. Hello and welcome to I Want to Cook. My name is Chef Matt and this channel is all about helping you be a better cook. And yeah, we're doing something a little bit different today because this was just so crazy that I had to feature this on the channel. I was at my local thrift store at Goodwill and I saw this thing. It looked new in the box. It's an indoor s'more maker. It was $10 and I figure let's give this thing a try. I did a little research. This is sold by the Sharper Image. It actually retails for like $80 if you buy it new, which seems kind of pricey. And there are some other models similar to this that I've seen on Amazon for like 30 or 40 bucks. So I have not tried this. I have not used this yet. We're going to see if it works. It looks like it was used once, and it seems that this is often the case with appliances, what you find at the thrift store. And I made a whole video on why you should be shopping for cookware and appliances at the thrift store. And this is one of the reasons. You find something like this that's maybe been used once or even not at all. People don't want it and they donate it. And you can save a whole lot of money. But anyways, it was a little bit dirty. I cleaned it up, no problem. It shined up like new. And today we're gonna see if this thing works and if one of these is really maybe worth your time and money if you are a s'more aficionado. So this thing was complete. It even included the little forks, but I did not have the instructions with it, but that was no problem. I found them online and there's really not much to it. You basically just turn this on. We're gonna wait about 5 minutes, this says, until it gets hot, and then we'll see if we can roast some marshmallows. Now, the way this thing works is pretty, simple. There's just like a little electric heating element within this cover here. Just kind of like if you've ever used an electric stove, it's a very similar thing, and I can feel this getting hot already. So while this is warming up, I'm just going to prepare the ingredients here. If you watch this channel, you know that I'm gluten-free, and that would make regular graham crackers a no-no, but I did find some gluten-free graham crackers, and this isn't like a product placement or anything, but I did find this brand from Pamela's is actually really, really good. They're tasty. And this is kind of neat. These are supposed to be these little trays that you can use to kind of put your ingredients, and I'm just going to do that while this thing heats. And I can feel this thing getting hot already. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes and we're just gonna load a marshmallow onto our little rod. This is kind of like, if you've ever had fondue, it's very similar. It's like a fondue fork. And according to the instructions, it says that it would take about 2 minutes to roast our marshmallow, and that you would do it just like you would over a bonfire. Now, you might be thinking, why would you want to buy one of these things? And well, I think the whole idea is if you don't want to prepare a bonfire, if you don't want kind of the mess of doing that and the smoke and the soot, and simply if you just want to have s'mores but indoors and maybe you don't have a fireplace or something, we'll just keep turning this thing and seeing if it goes. I don't think this is going to be nearly as fast as a bonfire. If you have a nice raging flame, you can roast a marshmallow pretty quickly, but this, it might take some time. The marshmallow looks like it's getting a little, well, it's not getting roasted yet, but you can tell maybe it's starting to perspire. Just for fun, I'm starting a stopwatch to see how long this actually takes, in case you're curious. Now, I think if you have, some friends and family over or something, the idea is that you could all kind of gather around this thing and you can each individually kind of roast your marshmallow. It's definitely hot. I can feel the heat just coming off of this. It feels a little bit weird to be doing this indoors. Usually when I think of s'mores, it's around a bonfire. Maybe you're singing Kumbaya. You've got those old hopefully not rusty clothes hangers that always seem to bend in the wrong place that you stick your marshmallow on. Inadvertently, you always have a few marshmallows fall into the fire. I don't think that'll be the case here. Although this one, oh boy, oh boy. We've got a problem. Look what's going on here. See, I jinxed it by saying that. So we've got a marshmallow down. We've got smoke. We might have a fire alarm happening here soon. I'm going to try to wipe this down. So far, the first marshmallow experiment with this, not gone well. Okay, let's try marshmallow number 2. As the smoke arises from this, I'm going to start my timer here once again. I've got a sponge close at hand. And again, hopefully the smoke alarm will not be going off because of this. And also maybe this is why this whole thing was donated in the first place. Okay, we're about 2 minutes into the next marshmallow, and so far it is still clinging to the fork here, but I'm telling you, it's a slippery slope. It looks like it's going to fall off at any moment. I think the key, if you're going to get one of these, is to try to maybe let gravity work for you and not against you, and kind of put the marshmallow kind of tilted at this angle. Otherwise, the thing's just going to plop right down into the vortex of heat right here. Also, don't touch that. That is very hot. So if you have little ones and you're using this, maybe create a safety zone around them, because I just barely brushed my finger against that stainless steel and it is hot. Okay, so we're getting a little bit of browning action, but as you can see, our marshmallow it's just clinging by, do marshmallows have teeth? It's clinging by the skin of its teeth here. Okay, and I think it is about to plop off, so tell you what, instead of tempt fate, we're gonna have a s'more, and let's see how it turns out. Obviously, this is not the nice golden brown roastiness that you're used to with a marshmallow, nor is it like what was pictured on that box, but let's see if it at least tastes like a s'more. You can see that it is nice and creamy. You do want that kind of gooiness. That's good. Tastes like a s'more. Again, not very roasted, but definitely gooey, chocolatey, yummy. I'm gonna try a couple more. I'll give you a verdict after that, whether you should buy one of these things. One moment. Okay, we're a couple minutes in this other one, and same situation. The marshmallow is just kind of barely clinging to this fork, and I think it's about to fall off at any moment. And I'm starting to understand why this thing was donated in the first place. So final verdict, should you be buying an indoor s'more maker? I think you're really just better off doing it the old-fashioned way around a fire, unless you are really, really careful and you just cannot have a fire, to make s'mores. It will take some practice, certainly. It does ultimately melt the marshmallow, yes, but disaster awaits at every second. So I think this thing is probably going to get redonated back to the thrift store, where maybe somebody else will have a better luck with it than me. But that's my verdict on the indoor s'more maker. I think it's a great idea in concept, but in execution, well, you can kind of see the results. All right, I hope you liked this little experiment. Let me know if this was helpful or humorous or anything in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me in my kitchen. If you are new to the channel, welcome. I am so glad that you are here. Until next time, I hope you want to cook. Just maybe not on one of these.